Alright, so I've done a bit of, welcome back guys. This is part 2 of the build. Obviously you've seen me doing the stripping and that, and rescuing of the parts for the other side. Yeah, so this is part 2. Rescuing the parts. So we've been able to save most of the hard drives and that, and the SSDs, and the sleds. We've got the Sapphire 5700 XT AMD. We've been able to rescue and clean all the fans, and then we'll move on to new parts. So we've got the BM660 Tough motherboard with the plus from ASUS. We have T-Force. What is it? T-Force. What was it? 60. No, sorry. Thinking like we're DDR3 days. No, we're 3600 megahertz RAM. We have a Intel Core i7 1200 KF and a iQ 100HI Elite Copper X XT. Yeah, that one from Corsair. So 240mm rad, which should be plenty enough for cooling. And obviously you saw in last video the prototyping being done with the PS15 from SilverStone. Now the reason why I've picked that case, because I didn't explain in the last video, is because I was able to actually rescue that from a pile. So it was going to go into e-waste, and I thought, look, there's a spare case, and I picked it up. And so now I'm getting to use it. I'm going to upgrade Wifey's computer, very much so, from Intel 4th gen core to something a lot more powerful. Yeah, I'll have specs also, the other specs for the last machine were in the last video that we're trying to save. And then we'll have maybe a part 3 where we're going to try and see if we can get the old components to boot. We are rescuing also the power supply on 50/50 on it still. If that doesn't turn on, then I'm just going to have to buy a new one. But anyway guys, we're going to test the components and see if we can get this thing to work. Okie dokie. Yeah, this has been one bit of prototyping session, so I had to take a break because I had to take care of Ayla, and that break ended up being a good long while. But now we're back to this and we're rescuing the build. Hopefully this power supply still works. That'll be very a shame, but prototyping to see how we're going to fit everything on this chassis. I will have to pull up the manual to see how that front cover comes off. And yeah, we're going alright. So we're making sure that the new cooler is going to fit inside the chassis, and I've been making sure that I couldn't get the exact ones, but we're making sure that those fit onto it. But I think we may be able to fit everything in, which will be good as long as it doesn't touch the motherboard. It is okie dokie. So we'll continue working out what needs to be done, but we are getting there. So I'll go back to the montage of installing stuff. Okay guys, I got really too excited and I did open the box for it, but give me 1 second. I'm just gonna put some charge in the camera. Where's my other battery? There it is. I am working on innovative ways to keep the GoPro operational. Alright. Okay guys, I jumped the gun. I opened the box before I could get it. I wanted to see. So, ooh, this is alright. Alright, so we got our Wi-Fi shark fin. We'll keep that in its pack because we don't need it. We got wired. And woo-hoo-hoo, there's our new tough board. It's not big, it's not impressive. Except for the cool on the MOSFETs. Jeez. Alright. And we'll set that off. This is plastic, so it's okay. It's and it's going to stay in its bag. That actually feels like it's got a back plate on it. So, something I was prototyping may not be an issue. Oh my god. There we go, a sticker pack. There you go, all the books. And for all you young'uns out there. Hang on. Look at that. A Motherboard CD. I haven't seen this. Wow. They do Motherboard CDs. You know, adjust that light a bit. Is that better? Worse? Oh, you got the gist of it. It's because it's reflective and that, but yeah. Motherboard CDs. And oh yeah. Well, this is interesting. I'm going to have to look at that. Look at those mini tabs. What the hell are those for? And obviously the screws for our M.2. So those will stay on there on top of the box. Certificate of reliability. Whatever that means. You know, usually the warranty should be good enough, and they're CQ quality controlled. Some quick start guides, motherboard layout, helpful, manual, and stickers. I don't think I'll be using the stickers anytime soon to put on the case. I like a clean case for stickers, but if my wife does it, it's up to her. Alright, here we go. Now, for everyone here that needs anti-static, you're looking at it. Even this plastic to a degree is anti-static, but your motherboard thing. Maybe later on I might get an anti-static mat for my trolley here, as I am trying to build this on a trolley. People might say, oh, you need to do it on a desk. Not necessarily. You can build it on a trolley. Well, when you don't have a lot of room for stuff, you make do. Alright, don't need that. Motherboard laid out would be good. Warranty information. Alright. And it is Windows 11 ready, but I'm not going to do it. I've heard some problems with Windows 11. We won't go until we need to actually do that. So, leave the manual out. Always good to have. Okay. So, since this is kind of a quick job for me, or I'm doing it as quick as I can with the recording the information, we won't be doing any M.2 or data transfers or anything like that. Oh. We might be able to get this running, but we might have to leave this for another day. We might be able to get about 80% of it in. We might need a proper power supply here. Because I just noticed, I don't know if you guys notice, up there, pins. We may need to get something a bit more better, because our non-modular does not have those extra set of pins. I mean, it will run, but it won't run great. That's not good. Consult manual. Alright guys, I'm going to have to consult manual and find out if I need a different power supply.
The next day.
Okay guys, so I wish I could actually show this up. Maybe I can try. But I don't know if you can see that gap there. that's not enough for me to add any more cables. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to install all the cables that we are going to need on this. Now I'm going to make sure there's one set of cables to route for the hard drives and another set of cables to route for the cooling system, because we've got one of the Corsair coolers. They do run one of their docks, so we're going to have to put in our PCIe cables so it will fit. So I'll try and do this like so. Okay, big moment. Let's fit the motherboard. Now, I did see that there is a peel here. So I'm going to try and do this with one hand. You never should do this, just so you guys can see, get the satisfaction. Never leave your peels on, because it could be covering something very vital. And now, let's go ahead and fit our main board. Okay, it looks like it fits. Well enough. Gonna butt up against that power supply though, but we'll fit in our first screw. I always like to do a middle screw like somewhere here. It's not exactly lining up, but not just hold steady enough. But it looks like everything else is lining up just fine. I might back that one off a little bit while we put in the rest. Right, I'll line up. I'll move this in closer so you guys can see. That doesn't look too bad. Not too shabby. Alright. Let's get the back plate in and we'll start installing the cooler. Now I'm thinking we'll see how much room is up here. Now seeing that the case is in, it's going to have to come over here. So it's going to be a bit of a mission to get the cooler in. And then we'll decide on where the fans go. If there's space, actually, we can test that now. This can be so good. Awesome feature, like this locking thing, but we will be getting covers and bolts for it as well. Oh yeah, plenty of space for a couple of fans. So if we do want to do push pull to get some extra cooling room, we totally can. Alright, I'm going to clean up the front. There's some loose screws in there and stuff like that that I've got to remove. And then, yeah, we'll clean this up a bit more because I have touched the CPU. And we'll put the cooler in and get this thing going. Here is our Corsair 240mm cooler. Do not damage this. Oh, brand new. Our 240mm cooler, which is listed, does have a peel, and we'll do that when we're done. Now, it does have pre-applied thermal paste. And this is what a lot of people say, that this isn't no good. Look, this will work just fine. But, something wrong. If we look at the pre-applied thermal paste to our cooler, it doesn't really match it. We've got a square with a rectangle. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this paste and we're going to put on our own paste, which will be a Noctua NH1. Very good thermal paste. Where to put it? Okay. Some Noctua NH1 thermal paste, as you see there. I've got the big boy tube. I do have a little boy tube. I might even get that one out. And we'll put some of that on there. Where's my little boy tube? Oh, it's almost out actually. No, we'll use the big boy tube. Alright, since we've got a large area to cover, we're going to clean this before we do it, as well as clean the cooler. So let me go clean that, guys. I'll be right back, and then we'll paste and fit.
20 minutes later.
We are about to do the NHD15. Alright, time to paste. Okay, I should have gotten paper towel up, but what we're going to do is we're going to do, now people just do like the pea, the rice, stuff like that. I like to do the X because it gets, you know, you're going to get the whole entire die. That's probably too much, but I know that I will get it. And I need a, I might have put one there, yeah. That is probably too much, but it doesn't affect how it transfers for general operation. If you're water cooling that, or trying to go down to the lowest temperatures possible, yes, I've probably used a bit too much there. But I want to cover that whole entire die, because that thing's a lot bigger than what it used to be. Ah, moment of truth. Right. The position that we want. Okay. Try and keep it straight. And that looks pretty good. Right, we've got the power cables coming up, and so we'll try and hide them. Maybe. No, actually there's not a lot of room to hide the power cables. We probably should have turned the whole thing around, but you know, that's, yeah, there's not a lot of spaces for it. But I don't think we're adding random, so we can maybe hide them running along that way. Not really much place we can go. We're just going to have to go straight in over the top. That is 100% fine. So usually, aesthetically, right, and we're not done yet. We'll just torque this down. Well, not torque it, but take it down till it is nice and snug. Trying to do even pressure in the star pattern. That one's actually done all. Right. All the way around. Right. Right. Double check. Tight. 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 If you can't turn the fingers, it should be fine. Okay. Now we got that there. Let's we'll undo the cabling for it. Actually, we might leave that till last, because that's got a whole bunch. Look at it. Should have went with something simpler, but we wanted something nice, and this was on sale, surprisingly. All right, so what can we add in next? I don't think we're going to be putting the hard drive there. So, hard drives will be last. We've got radiators to go on the front here with its tubes, if we possibly can, running like that. We could have turned that around, but that's okay. Oh yeah, maybe we might be able to hide it with the tubes. Actually, no, that's the best option. Go straight in over the top, because then we get access to the headers. Yeah, I'm not redoing it. So that radiator can sit there. Fans. Now, it did come with its own fans, but we still got the high performance fans here. We're going to use these ones in the front. I know, white, black, but hey, it's got white accents. It should be fine. Should be fine. White fans, why not? And yeah, just start fitting everything. And what else do we need to do? Oh yeah, and fit our jellyfish and make it all nice and neat. I think we're moving into cabling. And then before I put the front cover on, we'll do an official test, but also we'll have to mount the commander as well. Where did that go? I have to mount that in the back to power all the systems there. And yeah, I'll go look for those bits and bobs to get that completed and clean up my desk. So, lots to do. Never enough time to do it. Alright guys, I'll see you in a bit.